What's up, bros? This is Matt, aka Lloyd Milligan, and I'm bringing you another line of sight video. This time we are on Dome, and for you guys that have been with our channel for a while, you know that I've actually done Dome before, but I wanted to reiterate some of the spots that I'd already shown you guys and show you some new ones and show you guys a few from some other videos, just so I'm certain that you guys know all the best spots. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I want to show you guys is this little duct right here. If you kind of aim towards this corner and sprint and jump, you'll end up on the top of it, and hopefully I figure this out. And so yeah, it may take a few attempts. It's actually not as hard as I made it look. I can do it most of the time, but yeah, once you get up here, you can actually see over to the trip satellite area, which is what I call that. You can see over to the dock. And if you edge your way over here, you can see the entrance to the office actually. And from right here, there's a Humvee. People like to stand right on that Humvee and watch this way to protect people coming from these mid cuts. But you have to be careful. I think this was a way that people were using to get outside the map, because if you get right here and jump, it kills you automatically. So be aware of that. But moving on, one of the spots I showed you guys last time was on this little box right here, and most people know about that now. One thing I didn't realize at the time, which is pretty cool, is if you look through this gap, and you know, I like to look through gaps and slits and whatnot. If you look through the gap between these two boxes, you will see people, there's a little bit of light there. And so if anyone comes down from dock down this way, you will be able to take them out. And you can also jump up on this forklift and cover the same line of sight. And then if people come this way, you can kind of drop down and try and take them out that way. So that's pretty nice. Moving on, I was not the person who found this. I think the first person I saw use it was Moho. But if you jump up on this ladder and climb up, you can look down into the dome area. You can actually climb the back side of the ladder, and it's even a better line of sight. You can see the flag and the entrance. And more importantly, you can chuck stuns in here. And you guys probably know this by now, but there's tons of barrels inside Dome. And if you throw stuns in here, chances are they'll blow up. I think I've already blown them up in there. But yeah, so that's a nice little spot. This area up here is catwalk. And from up here, you can always get an eye on the dock. So if you're up here, be aware of that. And from this side, you're pretty well protected from the center of the map by these crates. So be aware of that. Moving on, this area up here is called dock. And I pointed this out in the first video, and I saw T-Mart pointed out recently. It's a nice spot through this truck. You can also check through this little gap right here. And you can look under these pallets also. So there's lots of ways from over here you can check the middle of the map. And I wanted to reiterate this spot right here. I still don't see people using it. It's pretty nice. If you push up against this grill and move to your right, you'll catch on the grill there. And if you jump right there, you'll pop up. And it's a nice line of sight. This is called long haul or haul, B haul. And I want to point out there's all this glass up here, especially on spawn. Oftentimes you can run up and you want to throw stuns and nades right past this antenna, and they will land somewhere in that hall. And you can also, I call this room Tiger. You can check them. You can chuck the nades and stuns from right here. People like to sit behind this desk right here. Sometimes they'll lay down and watch this, and behind these drums also. So if you practice a little bit, you'll be able to pick people off by banging them through the roof off these walls. And it's a nice skill to have, get people off those head glitches. Next thing I want to show you guys, there's a lot of lines of sight in here I've seen people show. You guys probably seen most of them, but I wanted to show you one I hadn't seen anyone else point out, which is pretty nice. And like I said, that area right there is mid-cut. A lot of traffic coming up from Dome right there. And what you could do is jump up on this little half wall right here. And if you look down that way, anybody comes up from the Dome through those mid cuts, you'll be able to take them out. So that's a nice little counter spot right there. Right here, this tank, people will kind of watch the center of the map this way. What you don't realize is your legs, you're not as blocked you're more exposed here than you realize because your legs are totally exposed. So what I like to do is look under the tank right here, and you can actually see all the way past the truck there. So it's a nice little line of sight. There's a counter spot. This is blown up already. If it wasn't, you could look right through these windows right there. But as is, you can still kind of peek over the hood of this truck and take people out. So that's a nice area. And once this truck's blown up also, you can check the mid cuts from here. It's nice. Anyone coming up, you're going to get first shot through that window there. Before it's blown up, you don't have as good a view, but it still works out. And the last thing I want to show you, a couple more things. As you're coming up here, people are going to be sitting on that Humvee right there. And a way to counter that is move slowly. Look through the another gap, or we'll call this one a hole. Look through this hole, and you can take people out sitting on the hood of that Humvee. And big cutoff on this map. Cutoff is basically a way where you can catch enemies who are running off spawn to like stop you from capping a flag or something. So there's a spawn down in the bunker, and people are going to be running from the bunker through the asphalt area to the flag to try to get your flag runner. And so you're going to want to watch this area. You can kind of sit here and wait for them, but they might pop out of there and have a nice head glitch. So a nice way to take them out is to jump up on these barrels right here and peek right over this wall, and you're going to get first shot on them 9 times out of 10 and get the kill there. Alright, last thing I want to show you. This was in the last video. I wanted to reiterate it. You can jump up on the hood of this Humvee. You can watch the entrance to the office, watch the dock area. You can jump up, watch the flag, but I didn't realize the first video that you can also see the entrance to the dome from here. So it's a real nice line of sight and something you guys should probably use. Alright guys, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. We also have some lines of sight on Carbon recently, and we had Spawn Shop on Hard Hat. So go ahead and check out all those videos and let us know what you guys like to see next. Peace.